Can I also presume she's with you? Do we understand each other then? We'll provide you with all the resources we can, but once you're outside those gates, you're on your own. Exactly what our alien flank facility was lacking. Comedy. Do we understand each other? Now, Londinian is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. A less experienced officer might consider avoiding a question like that in subordination. Lucky for you, I understand the strange effect nerves can have on a person. Yes, well, that's a miscalculation I'm more than happy to make. No, it doesn't. But once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Is something wrong? Systems should shut themselves back down automatically. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. No need for introductions, Major Sinon. Doors will power back down after a few hours, though. But if you're out there that long, you've likely got other problems. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit. Excuse me, are you cleared to be here? Our municipal codes should allow you to access most facilities in the city. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Deflection. Lovely. Nervous then? I certainly wouldn't blame you. I've been informed they're planning to bring a few Asilis here. See if we can start taking back the planet. I certainly hope they're hungry. Well, at least I won't be hurting for personnel for a while. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. Every tool we have at our disposal, as does the urgency of your mission. So I'll get to it. Then let's not waste any more time. You can find your gear in the armory. I believe there's someone waiting for you in the armory. Wouldn't say who he was, but his clearance checked out. Your reputations precede you. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. When Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport, has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. Can I also presume he's with you? Can I also presume they're with you? Robot, you're coming with me. Let's not, shall we? I do have pressing work to attend to, so if you wouldn't mind, then you're in the right place. I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume? Ah, and what do we have here? You've stumbled into some very hostile territory. I suggest you get back on your ship and go. There were some attempts at evacuation, but Ve Victus decided more definitive action was merited, and the intervening 20 years have only made Londinian more hostile, not less. So my people will not be coming for you out there. Understood? What I wouldn't give to get my hands on a canister of this anti-terramorph spray or whatever it is they've developed. We are unwanted guests on this planet and, as a rule, I don't put my people in any more risk than is absolutely necessary. We've got it hard enough out here. Good. For that reason, we keep our trips into the city to a minimum. That also means our intel becomes largely historical once you go much beyond the defences. Now that we're all here, let's get to business. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. Planning to just leave me in suspense, halting the spread of the outbreak but leaving large sections in ruins and condemning countless lives. Are you lost then? Transfers complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities in the city.
Are you with the collection team they informed us we're hosting? Either that or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser.
Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. I hope to learn someday what exactly your little endeavour was. My soldiers and I would appreciate it if you try not to draw too much attention to yourselves out there. As such, we'll be providing you with equipment, intelligence, even uploading municipal codes to your robot that will allow it to temporarily restore power to just about anything in the city. This is not a petting zoo. If you don't have specific business, I suggest you leave, except one, as though I needed more excitement in my job. These Freestar observers they've saddled us with have proven less irritating than I expected. But there's still time. Someone's always watching the gate. You can come and go as needed. We've suddenly become very popular with the UC brass. I'm not sure whether I should slug you or hug you. Terramorphs, and plenty of them. Outside our little sanctuary here, much of the planet is theirs. Nervous? Understandable. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Either that or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. We're also not about to let a civilian wander around out there with you. All non-UC military will be staying here. It's also why I want to make sure I'm being crystal clear. Out there, you're on your own. Well, perhaps I'll just get my answer from them instead. So then, are you collection team or trespasser? So, no. There will be no cavalry sweeping into the rescue. Are you with this collection team they informed us we're hosting? Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. I'm glad we understand each other. This isn't a point I'm going to argue. You can either follow my simple instructions, or I can have you restrained. Your choice. Do keep in mind our status on this world. Outside these walls, there be dragons. We'll do our best. And I have someone monitoring the barriers 31 hours a day. If you need a resupply, we're here. The initial terramorph outbreak that overran Londinian during the tail end of the colony war came as a complete shock. There's a field cache in the Aceles plant just outside the barriers if you need a quick resupply. Our equipment's well maintained. We're sending you out there with some of the best we've got. Waves of the creatures appeared out of nowhere, and the city was quickly overwhelmed. He ordered the spaceport be bombed, ensuring no other ships could leave the city. I was told this was a pressing mission. Was I misinformed? Ah, and here's the rest of your group now. I pride myself on knowing every person that steps foot on this planet. But I don't know you.
Except one.
Sensors picked up quite a ruckus over at the old spaceport. I presume that was your doing. Precisely. Now, Londinian is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when... Dr. Walker? Now, Londinian is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way.